Sevatar, the Prince of Crows, was the first captain of the Night Lord's Legion, the master of the Atramentar, and one of the most feared warriors in the galaxy during the Great Crusade and Horus Heresy. His real name was Jago Sevatarian, and he was infamous for his brutal efficiency, unmatched skill in combat, and his dark, sardonic wit. As the right hand of Conrad Kurz, the Night Lord's Primarch, Sevatar embodied everything that made his legion feared: ruthlessness, precision, and a complete disregard for the lives of those he deemed unworthy. Sevatar was widely regarded as one of the greatest duelists of his time, able to strike down even elite warriors with terrifying speed. He wielded the Nostraman chainglaive, a weapon that became synonymous with his legend, and he led the Atramentar, the Night Lord's Terminator elite, into battle like a specter of death. Despite his brutal nature, he possessed a grim sense of humor, mocking both enemies and allies alike with cutting remarks. His reputation was so fearsome that even fellow Space Marines hesitated to face him in battle, knowing he would cut them down before they could react. Unlike many of his brothers in the Night Lords, Sevatar displayed an unusual level of honor and principle beneath his vicious exterior. He openly voiced his contempt for the Legion's growing embrace of sadism and mindless butchery, often criticizing those who indulged in unnecessary cruelty. Though he was loyal to Conrad Kurz, he frequently spoke against his Primarch's methods, seeing the descent into madness and chaos as a betrayal of what the Night Lords were originally meant to be: a force of fear-driven order, not mindless killers. Sevatar was also one of the first recorded Astarte Psykers, awakening his latent abilities during the Horus Heresy. His powers manifested in precognitive flashes and terrifying psychic assaults, further enhancing his already formidable combat skills. His abilities made him an even greater menace on the battlefield, though he rarely relied on them, preferring to win fights through sheer speed and brutality. During the Thramma's Crusade, where the Night Lords waged war against the Dark Angels, Sevatar led countless devastating strikes, but his actions eventually led to his capture by the Lionel Johnson himself. Even as a prisoner, he remained defiant, mocking his captors and refusing to break. It was in captivity that he seemingly had a moment of revelation, realizing the damnation his legion was spiraling toward. His fate remains uncertain, though some sources suggest he was eventually executed, while others hint that he may have escaped. Sevatar is remembered as the dark heart of the Night Lords, a warrior who was both a monster and a man of principle, a killer with a conscience, and the last true leader of the Legion before it collapsed into anarchy. His legend endures as one of the most feared and respected warriors of the Horus Heresy, a shadow in the darkness that even the bravest warriors feared to face.